Hello guys, in this video let us see how to solve a numerical based on hydrographs and flow duration curve. The question is like this: at a particular site the mean monthly discharge in meter cube per second is as follows. Two columns are given. The first column indicates the month and the second column is discharge in meter cube per second. Starts from 100 and ends to 200, but it is not in increasing or decreasing order. It is of some random values. So with these two tabular columns, we are supposed to determine the average discharge. Average discharge, or in other words, it is also called as mean discharge. Apart from that, we are supposed to draw the hydrograph and the flow duration curve. So these two forms the graph construction part of the solution. Now let us see the step-by-step solution, how to obtain the solution. The first part of the solution, we want to find out the value of the average discharge. How do we proceed? Average discharge is nothing but adding up of all the values divided by number of months. The number of months here is 12. Let us add all the values divided by 12. So that will be the answer for average discharge. The value of average or mean discharge is equal to, if we add all the values, we get the value as 7075. This is the amount of total discharge divided by number of months. Number of months is equal to 12 as it is. So the answer divided by 12, we will get the answer as 589.583 meter cube per second. 589.583 meter cube per second. So this becomes the first part of the answer, that is the average discharge. Now let us see the brief procedure how to construct the hydrograph. This is the initial representation for hydrograph. Along the x-axis we have considered the month, and along the y-axis we have considered discharge in meter cube per second. The month goes from January to December. As I told you at that time, it is a calendar month, and the discharge starts from 100 and the maximum value is 1200. That goes in multiples of 100. I think these values can be easily accommodated on the graph sheet. Now let us see what is the scale factor we want to consider for the hydrograph. Along the x-axis, I will be considering 1 unit of the graph is equal to 1 month, 1 calendar month. Similarly, along the y-axis, let us consider 1 unit is equal to 100 meter cube per second. That means to say that I am considering discharge values along the y-axis. I will update the values along x-axis and y-axis. X-axis, this is the for January, followed by this is for February. I will just name it as J. This is February. Similarly, March, April, May, June, August, September, October, November, December. Now, along the y-axis, the values goes in terms of, this is 100, followed by 200, goes on up to 1200. Now let us see how to construct the hydrograph. For a particular site, for January, the value is 100 meter cube per second. Make use of scale and draw a line for 100 indication. Call this as 100. Next, similarly, for February, the value is 225. So 200 is here. So 225, you mark the value. Next, for March, the value is 300. Here is March, 300. Let us plot the value. Similarly, let us plot for the remaining months. We have considered all the values. Now let us finish the bar graph representation for hydrograph. This is the representation of the hydrograph. Now let us show the one more value, that is what we have calculated. It is 589.583 in the name average discharge or the mean discharge. Let us show that value along the graph. This is the plot of average discharge or mean discharge with the value 589.83 meter cube per second. This completes the construction of hydrograph. Now let us see how to construct the flow duration curve. A small tabulation we have to prepare. The first column goes with discharge in meter cube per second. The second one is length of time. I am calling it as L, and the percentage time. Now let us call the percentage time as percentage T itself. There is a small equation. Let us see how to solve that one. Now, from the question, we can see a discharge column given here. As I told you at that time, starts from 100, goes in multiples of 200, and the maximum value is 1200. Now, the very important here is we are supposed to express the discharge values in terms of ascending order of the value, that is the increasing order of the value. The least value here is 100, so I will keep it as the first entry. Followed by the second value, the second increasing value here is 200, followed by 225, followed by there is a value 300. Let us keep that value. Similarly, up to 1200 in the increasing order we are supposed to take the values. Yes, I have considered 300, 400, 600. 600 one time, there is 600 the other time. But very important consideration here is, since the values are repeated twice, we are supposed to take it only once. Suppose if it is repeated thrice also, please ensure that we are considering only one time. Hope it is clear. Next, after 600, the next increasing value here is 750. I will take the value. Next is 800. Let us consider. After 800, there is next 900, followed by 1000, followed by 1200. So these are the entries. Next, what is length of time? Length of time has to be now considered in descending order of the values, that is decreasing order of the value. I will consider this as the 12. The value here is nothing but the time period. What is the time period they have given? The 12 months. Let us go in terms of descending order. So for 100 it is 12, and for 200 it is 11, 225 it is 10, followed by 9, followed by 8, followed by 7. Next, for 750, this cannot be 6. Why? Because let us not forget the value was of 600, it has repeated twice. So we have considered only one. The 6 will go for the left out 600 entry. Hope it is clear. So now this will become 5. This is 4, followed by this is 3, followed by 2, followed by 1. This means that the 100 meter cube per second will run for complete 12 months. 200 discharge will run for 11 months in a year, and the maximum discharge, that is 1200, will run only for 1 month in a year at a particular site. We don't know where it is. Due to the environmental condition, this will happen. Next, let us see how to solve the percentage time. It is simple calculation that is given by L divided by 12 into 100. What is L here? The length of time. That means to say that 12 divided by 12 into 100, we will get the value as 100%. Similarly, 11 divided by 12 into 100, we are getting the value as 91.7%. Next, 10 divided by 12 into 100, that gives the value as 83.33%. Similarly, I will finish all the values here. Now, let us see how to construct flow duration curve. Flow duration curve is a type of a curve which is constructed along the x-axis and the y-axis. Along x-axis, we are considering percentage time, and along y-axis, we are considering discharge in meter cube per second. That is nothing but the column 1 and column 3. Now, let us see the scale for this one. So, along the x-axis, we are considering percentage time. That is, 1 unit in the x-axis is taken as, we can see the percentage time, the maximum is 100 and the minimum is 8.3%. So, I can go in the order of 10%. Similarly, y-axis is nothing but 1 unit is equal to 100 meter cube per second. So this y-axis scale factor already we have considered. Now let us see the values how to plot. Now let me fill the entries here. Now let us see one by one. For a discharge 100 meter cube per second, the value is 100%. So discharge 100, the value is 100%. I will just mark a value. For 200, the value is 91.7. 200, the value would be somewhere over here. For 225, the value is 83.33. 83.33 would be somewhere over here. Similarly, I will plot the remaining values. Now let us join the points with the help of a smooth curve. So this curve is now what we call it as flow duration curve. Let us not forget, we want to show what is the value of mean discharge. The mean discharge was 589.583 meter cube per second. Mean discharge or the average discharge. Now let us show that value here. Let us call this line as average discharge or the mean discharge with the value 589.583 meter cube per second. So this completes the construction of the second part of the question, that is the flow duration curve. And this completes the complete numerical. Hope you like this video. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up and do share with your friends. This is Srinidhi Ramachandra Acharya. Will be signing off for the moment. Don't forget to subscribe. Talk to you in the comment section. Have a nice day.